Okay. So no more questions about this right now?
I have one question.
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
The 24 hours since we booked ours and we requested our gift, do we get that now or how do we know?
So did you get email back verifying that you earned it?
I have no idea. He didn't.
Yeah.
So let me explain that. When you earn stuff, all you have to do is request it. It goes through verification. It's a third party. It has to be because there's a conflict of interest otherwise. So we pay a third party verification process to verify that those appointments were qualified, okay, and that they ran. Once that happens, you get an email, which you did, saying, hey, okay, and
I didn't get an email.
they were been talking to you trying to figure out why that one's not showing up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going through the process so that we can make sure that you earned it. Then you get an email. In the email, what happens is it'll say you can either come to the office and pick it up, schedule a time to come down, or you can pay to have your gifts shipped to you, okay? Now, some people, Steph, will wait till their gifts pile up and then come and get them all at once. Some people want to come and get them as they're earning them. Some people just want to pay to have them shipped, okay? However you want that to happen. But when you earn stuff, when you get an email, Sarah, my wife, she does gift fulfillment. She'll, even though you got an email with a letter, okay, that you've earned something,
Yes.
Sarah will be reaching out to you to find out how do you want to get your stuff. So that's her job, is to make sure that you guys get the things that you're earning, okay? The only really important thing to know there is, well, two. One, request the stuff you're earning, which you did, okay? And we remind you on the demos, right? We're like, hey, did you earn something? What demo is this? Make sure you request blah, blah, blah. We want to make sure you're getting your stuff. But the second thing is that we also will reach out to you once you've earned something. Not just send you an email, but you'll get calls and texts from us saying, hey, you've earned this. How do you want to get it? Once we do all that, you have 9 months from the date of your purchase to obtain the things you've earned. Okay, so in other words, don't just sit on your gifts. After 9 months, they're null and void, because we just can't keep all that stuff for people that are just waiting to come and get it. We want you to come and get it once you've earned it, or let us mail it to you, or whatever. Okay. Qualifications on the showings, guys. The company is willing to pay for you to bring us to a specific demographic, right? The reason is they know that we're safe if we go there. We're going to sell about 50% if we spend time in front of those people. But it's not just the selling part. Our qualifications also have to do with who would be willing to partner up with us temporarily and advertise. So we do want to see couples. Why? Couples know more people than single folks. It's easier for couples to do a program because they can divide and conquer, right? If it's just a single person, they have to do all the showings by themselves. If they've got kids, that's more difficult, right? It's also easier for couples to afford a rainbow. Usually there's 2 incomes coming in, down payments, monthly payments, things like that, okay? We do want to see people between the ages of 21 and 65. Why? People that are not 21 aren't established well enough for our program. People over the age of 65, well, they don't tend to do a lot of advertising with us. They do buy, but they don't really advertise. They tend to just write a check or something. So if we spend too much time with people over the age of 65, we actually run out of places to go. Does that make sense? All right. We want them both there to participate. We want them to be romantically involved couples. Husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, same-sex couples are fine. Okay. At least one must be gainfully employed, full-time, or comfortably retired. That makes sense. We need some sort of income coming in, right? Okay. We want to do a full presentation. Why? We don't know at what point somebody's going to fall in love with the rainbow. Sometimes people fall in love with it with the way it cleans the hair. Some people love the eucalyptus. Some people buy it because it shampoos. Some people buy it because it does their mattress. You know what I'm saying? But we just don't know at what point that one thing might change somebody's mind. That's why we need to demonstrate everything. We don't offer support in any other language right now than English. We do want you to know the people we're going to go see. So no soliciting free vacations down at 7-Eleven, you know, for your shows. All right, we want you to at least know them. We don't do group shows. Okay, we only do 1 credit per household. okay? And we ask that they haven't seen a demo in the last 3 years or own a rainbow that's less than 8 years old, but you guys know your friends and family better than we do, right? You may know a single lady renting an apartment that's over the age of 65. But you're like, yeah, but she makes, she's got money. She cares about a clean home. She loves this kind of stuff, okay? Let's go do the show. Because if she keeps it, what? It counts, okay? So I have literally had people complete their entire program with appointments that were disqualified, but their friends ended up buying. So don't be afraid of that either, okay? Because oftentimes we can go see people that weren't qualified, but you thought it was a good option. We're happy to take a chance with you, and if they decide to buy it, it counts as a showing, okay? So any questions about our qualifications or why we have them or the company has them set the way they are? Not really ours, they're really just kind of what the company's found is a viable demographic that works for us, okay? All right, couple last things about the program, and then I just want to share a few things with you guys about how our money works, okay? If you're interested in learning more about that, we're happy to spend some time. But just a few do's and don'ts. Guys, the don'ts are way more important than the do's. So when you guys are talking to your friends about doing a presentation, okay, most importantly, don't call the rainbow a vacuum. Why?
It's not just a vacuum.
Okay, yeah, it's more than that for sure.
Most people already own a vacuum.
Most people have a vacuum. Most people don't like their vacuum. Most people don't want another vacuum. And most of the time when you say, hey, we're going to come over and show you this vacuum, guess who they think's coming? Kirby, high pressure, okay? Yeah, okay? We're not that. Would you guys agree? Okay, there's no pressure there. The rainbow is not a vacuum. It's so much more than that, right? So I promise you this, if you call the rainbow a vacuum when you call your friends, you're going to pay for your rainbow. They're not going to. Yeah, most people aren't going to do it, okay? Most people aren't going to do it. So instead of calling it a rainbow, what do you call it, eh? Purifier.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Whole house.
Yep, just purifier, okay? And I like the word purifier better than air purifier because air purifier also has a prejudice. People prejudge what that means. Well, we don't have allergies, or we already have one, or whatever, right? But if you just call it a purifier, then they're like what? Like an air purifier? And you're like, well, not exactly. And they're like, is it a water purifier? And Josh, you're like, well, no. And they're like, well, what is it? And you say, let me show you. Okay? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an interest without prejudice attached to it. Okay? So don't tell them too much about it. Talk about the rainbow once we get there, not before. Okay? If you tell them how great it is, okay, they're going to be like, don't bring those people over here. We can't buy anything. Okay? So I'll know you did a good job when I get over to your demo, Stephen, and I'm like, so tell me, what do you know about a rainbow? And they're like, I have no idea what this is. I just told Stephen I would do him a favor. I know you did a good job. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't mention the price. That'll blow this out of the water. If people ask you about the price, let them know our products start at $100, go up from there. If they press you for the price, just say, hey, look, you can do shows like me and you don't have to pay for it. I know. She's like, can we go home, Dad, please?
Well, she is in purple.
Yes. Yeah, that's your Santa. It's her Santa ball. So, she just got that. She's excited about it. So, anyways, those are kind of the most important things. The other last thing I will give you a hint of is this. The easiest people to book for you are your acquaintances, not your close friends and family. The people that you feel comfortable calling are the ones that are going to give you more of a difficult time of scheduling. Okay, why? Because they know they can tell you no and you'll still love them tomorrow. Your acquaintances that you don't know very well, you've met a neighbor a couple of times. Maybe it's the person that, does your insurance, or maybe it's the person that's, helping you with some investments or something, or, maybe they helped you buy a house or a car or something, okay? Those folks want to be your friends. They're going to be more likely to do you a favor than your closest friends. So here's the hint. The more uncomfortable it is for you to call them, the more likely it is they're going to say yes. the more comfortable it is for you to call them, the less likely or the more difficult that they're going to be. Okay? So get outside your comfort zone and reach out to some people. It really does work to call people. And calling works. Texting, email, Facebook doesn't tend to work. Okay? It's too easy for people to say no. So better to call them or even better face to face, right? And if you do get a no, remember no's are no, not ever. They're just no, not right now. Okay? If you called that no later and you're like, you're my only hope, I only need one more, and you're my only person that I've got left on my list, will you do it? They'll probably do it.
It's really funny because I have a client, but she's single.
Mhm.
And she's like, if you need the 10th one, I'll do it if you can't find it.
Perfect. Perfect, and that's what I'm saying.
Because, yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you, because you're gonna probably end up utilizing her. So here's what I do if I get somebody, you guys, that says no initially. I say, well, tell me this. If I need you at the end, will you be my last one? So even though they said no up front, get a commitment from them. Say, hey, look, no problem. I'll ask everybody else first. But if I need you at the end, will you be my last one? Guess what? You're going to call them up, say, I need you. And then they'll do it for you. Does that make sense?
You got another ring yet?
I don't know why that thing is not wanting to connect. That's so frustrating. Okay. Any questions thus far? We're almost done, but I want to keep rocking and rolling and get you guys out of here, okay? No? We're good?
Yep.
Okay. So, there's no bad reason to be here tonight. Maybe you're here for a credit or to redeem a voucher. That's fine. Thank you for coming in. Maybe you're tired of being broke. Maybe you're tired of being overworked and underpaid. Maybe you want more out of life. Maybe you have dreams too big for your bank account. Who here has dreams too big for their bank account? Everybody should be raising their hand. Okay? I know I do. Okay? Maybe you want more time with your family. I would say the one thing that our reps love more than anything about working with us is the fact that it's flexible. We're a volunteer army. Okay? You can do more one week, less the next. More 1 month, less the next month. Okay? I did this through college. There were semesters during college that I did no rainbow. I didn't lose my job. I would stop doing rainbow for 3 months and come back to it. Okay? So it's extremely flexible in that regard. Or maybe you just don't like your job, but I would say most of our people here don't look at doing rainbow as a job, but more as a fun thing to do in their spare time, make some extra money, and then what happens is a lot of our part-time people stuff become full-time because their part-time income starts to replace their full-time income. That's what happened to Sam. She was a school teacher. After 90 days of working with us, she was making more money with us part-time. She was working 50, 60 hours a week as a teacher. She's like, what in the heck am I doing? And she quit. Okay? And now she's qualifying for her own office. Okay? So what I'm going through, if you guys open up your pamphlets there, okay, you guys can see that little sheet in there that looks like these. So if you just flip to that. Yep, right there. It says career program. Okay? I'm only going to be going over or sending you guys with our first kind of 3 levels. But just real quick, look. Most people, when we went over to your house, you weren't thinking you were going to buy a rainbow. But you did. You also weren't thinking you would probably sign up to do some shows with us, but a lot of you guys are advertising with us, okay? Remember that the majority of the people we actually have that are working with us were just like you. They came into a meeting like this, and most of them, when they came in the night of the meeting, Kyle said, last thing I'd ever do is sell vacuums. But a certain percentage of people that come in do join our team. So just keep an open mind. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. If you want to learn more, we teach you a lot of it during our training, okay? But number one, the more you do, the more you make. The more you move up, the more you make. The way you move up with us is not selling more, but by helping us find good people. The reason is we sell 50% that we show. We're not looking for each of you to do a lot more. We're just looking for more people, and that's how we grow, okay? But that's also how you can move up. I also want you to know there's no investment with our company. We're not a multi-level company. You do not have to buy in to work with us. If you say, hey, I'd like to sign up to train with you guys tonight, we invest over $7,000 in you, Regina, just to get you through our training. If we're going to make that kind of investment in you, do you think we care about your success? Absolutely. Okay? And the other part of it is it's flexible and it's a lot of fun. Okay? So first and foremost, guys, we have a $2,400, oh, it's up. Awesome. We have a $2,400 sign-on bonus. Okay? If you decide tonight that you are willing to train with us tonight, okay, it's a 3-week training process. It's really easy. Training's supplied, equipment's supplied. Okay, you watch some videos, you go on some rides. It's really easy. We're going to give you an extra $400 a month for every month that you're with us for the first 6 months. Okay? Why are we doing that? Well, we need some good people. Okay, our referral program generates a lot of appointments, right? If you guys bring us down the road to 12 people, and 6 people sign up to do a program, and all 6 of those people, let's just say even 4 out of those 6 that buy, sign up to do it, and bring us to 12 more, that's 12, 24, 36, 48 more places to go. You follow me? And let's say that 20 of those people buy and sign up, times 6, this thing grows very quickly. It's not quite that fast, but you guys understand we need people because the company has leads for you, okay? You're not out there selling to your friends. We're supplying the appointments. You let us know when you're available. We put you on shows, okay? But the reason we're willing to pay that is because we need good people. And I know this, if I can keep you around for 6 months, I can teach you everything that you need to know to be successful. Our business is simple. It's not complicated, okay? I can teach you in 6 months what you need to know, and most people that stick with me, Josh, for 6 months never leave. And my goal is when I hire somebody, okay, that I keep you for life. All right, you don't have. I'm not going to like hold you down, but I do want you to stick around because we invest a lot in the people that we do hire. Okay, number one income in our business is called Revy Squared. You earn money from your talent scouts. Regina, what's a talent scout?
Hire your customers and your friends.
Yeah. The majority of the people you're going to hire are going to be your customers. But if anybody here knows anybody that'd like to make some extra money, you can bring them to our next customer appreciation night. Okay? Maybe invite them on one of your shows with you. They can be your recruit. Okay? But we for most of it, we hire our customers. Every time they make a sale, you get $125. Okay? So we sell an average of 5 rainbows per representative every month. So let's just say, Steph, that you had 2 people on your team, each selling 5 rainbows a month. That's a total of 10 sales in a month times $125. So what's 10 times 125? $1,250. What did you have to do to make that money? You just had to be active. Okay, here's what active is for us. Just show the rainbow 8 times a month. That's it. You didn't have to sell anything. But here's what's cool. You get people on your team. You could be on your other job. You could be at home with your family. You could be on vacation, okay, sailing in the Bahamas for 2 weeks, which is what I'm doing at the beginning of January. Okay? And other people are selling rainbows, and you're making money. What if you had 4 people on your team, each selling 5 a month? That'd be 20 sales at $125 a piece. That's $2,500 a month. Residual income. The best money you'll ever make is when sweat drips off of somebody else's nose, not just your own nose. Okay? And that's one cool thing that we offer in Rainbow. So if you're not looking for a career change, you're not looking to jump in full-time, but you just like to make a bunch of money part-time with a flexible schedule, okay? Revy Squared is it. Everybody starts out at the dealer level. You guys all see that? Dealer makes $300 on a sale, so when somebody keeps a rainbow, we pay you $300. Let's just say your first month, Regina, you went out and you sold 3. Now let's just say, Josh, to sell those 3, you did 9 demos. Now we sell 50%, but I'd rather be conservative, and let's just say you were 1 out of 3 starting instead of 1 out of 2. And let's just say that to sell those, or to do those 9 demos, okay, Jesse, each demo took you 4 hours. Average demo, some are quicker, some are longer, average is 2. Okay, but let's just say every one took you 4, twice as long as it should. You did 9 demos at 4 hours apiece. You worked 36 hours that month to make what? $900. You worked less than a full-time week worth of hours, do you follow me, to make $900. So even at the very lowest level we have in our company, Kyle, even if you're selling 1 out of 3 instead of 1 out of 2, and even if it's taking you, Steph, twice as long as it should, a lot of people that come in are making more money with us part-time than they are working full-time hours week after week on their regular job. And I'm not saying quit your job. I just want you to know that this is really flexible, but it's really pretty good money. What could you do with an extra, 11 grand a year? Could drive some really nice cars at $900 a month, right? You could get out of debt fairly quick. Go on some nice vacations, couple nice vacations. Maybe one big vacation every year, okay? My oldest rep I ever had was in her 80s, okay? When she joined our team, she made a lot of really good money with us in Rainbow. She worked with us for about 5 years.
He's like, what's going on in there?
Every 3 months she took her family on a little mini vacation, her kids and grandkids. And she bought her town and country van she always wanted, paid for in cash, okay, with the automatic doors and the little video cameras for the grandkids and the whole kit and caboodle. And she was awesome. Her name was Julie Austin. She would go in and do demos, and she would sit down in front of her customers, and she would look at the dirty water, and she would look at the customer and say, now the proof, honey, is in the pudding. And she just sell rainbows like crazy. She was awesome. Yeah. All right. Next step up. If you sell 4 in a month, we're going to pay you an extra $40, okay? If you sell more, you're a little bit more valuable to us, obviously, so we're going to pay you a little bit more. So let's just say you went out and you sold 4 at $300 a piece, you made $1,200. 4 times 40 is $160. That's $1,360 a month, about $16,000 a year, and you're working about 8 flexible hours a week to do that. You choose the hours, a couple evenings during the week. You want to work a Saturday, you want to work during the week in the evenings, whatever. It's totally up to you. Let me ask you a question. If you guys wanted a part-time job, what kind of part-time jobs are out there?
McDonald's.
Yeah, fast food, retail, right? Okay. What are you making per hour? 15, 17 bucks an hour. Okay. What job do you get?
Bad one.
The worst one, right? You're on the fryer all day, or you're standing at the door greeting people or something like that. Okay. What about holidays?
Gotta work them.
You're working them. Okay, so my question is this. What about church? What about your family's birthdays or kids' plays, things like that, right? What about holidays? So, I grew up in Rainbow. My dad never missed an important event. Now, did he make every event? No, he had to work. He ran a company, okay? But he never missed a birthday. He never missed a holiday. He never missed an important event. We have a philosophy here, God first, if that's important to you, then family, then work. But we don't want you to miss those things to join our team. We want you to put those things first. And because when you get that stuff out of order, it can get messy pretty quick. If you sell 8 in a month at $300 a piece, that's $2,400. We're going to pay you an extra 80. That's $640. That's $3,000 a month. That's $36,000 a year. What are you doing to do that? You're working about 16 hours a week, flexible. This is more like a legitimate part-time deal, okay? But these are just our 3 levels, okay? Beyond that, if you want to grow, you got to recruit people, okay? But all the money I've shown you so far did not include recruit money. What happens if you have recruits? Well, if you get a couple people on your team and between you and others you sell 24 within a 2-month period, we're going to give your commission up to $350, plus you start making the Revy squared money. So let me give you an example. As a team leader, let's say you sold 8, but your team sold 18. Okay, 8 personal sales at $350 a piece is $2,800. You guys following along? Plus your team sold. Plus because you sold 8 and you have 2 people on your team. Okay, we're going to pay you an extra $120. That's $960. And we're going to pay you $125 on each of your team sales. You made $5,000 that month, and you worked about 16 or so hours a week to do it, okay? But again, you're picking the hours. So one thing I want you to know, you can make full-time income with us, part-time in Rainbow. Because I think nowadays people want not just money, but a life, right? I mean, I think we realize if you work all of your entire life, you never have any time to do anything with your money. Well, what are you going to do with all your money at the end of your life, right? So you can do some things along the way, which is a lot of what we do in Rainbow. Okay, what can you do with an extra 60 grand a year part-time? A lot of our part-time people are making that, okay? Next level is group, okay? I'm not going to get into the minutia. Our group leaders are making about $80,000 a year, working about 16 to 20 hours a week. Our district leaders are making about 90 a year, working about 20 hours a week. Okay? Our area managers, Sam and Shay, okay? They're on track to make about 180 this year, but that's also because there's 2 of them selling. Does that make sense? But between them and their team, they're going to make about $180,000, and they probably work about maybe 25 to 30 hours a week. So it's not just the money, but it's also the opportunity that Rainbow offers of the flexibility. Okay? Zella. All right. Guys, we have people doing it. Look, these are all people that are getting promoted to district leader, group leader. Zella, that's enough. Team leader, okay? All the way up here, you can see regional manager all the way here at the top, okay? We have people actually doing this. These are new promotions happening every month. Team leader, candidate trainer, executive reps, okay? And lastly, I just want you guys to know this. You got everything to gain, nothing to lose if you decide to join our team, because we have a guaranteed pay program. Every time you show it 10 times, Regina, if you haven't made at least $750, we're going to make sure you at least make that. So that means you're going to make $750. You're freaking out, dude.
She's like, I want to play.
She's just like stir crazy because she's been at the office all day.
Okay. She's like, it's time to go play.
Yeah. She's like, can we go play now, please? All right, last thing. So there's a guaranteed pay program. It's $750 at a minimum every 10 demos. So that's $75 a demo. Does that make sense? So if you did 10 demos, Kyle, you sold one, we would have paid you $300. We're going to pay you the difference of $450. Now you're making $750. If you went out and you did 10 demos and you only sold 2, that would be $600. We're going to pay you the difference of $150. But if you went out and you did 10 demos, you sold 3 out of 10, you would have made $900. You get the greater of 2, not both, you would get the $900. But the nice thing is this, the very minimum you can make is $75 a demo. The average demo is going to take 2 hours with driving time, call it 3 hours. 3 hours to make $75. That's $25 an hour, guaranteed minimum. We rarely pay this. Have we paid it? Sure. But it's rare. Okay? But it's there, it's a safety net. Why can we pay a guaranteed pay? Because we know we're going to sell plenty of rainbows. Okay? If we didn't sell plenty of rainbows, we couldn't guarantee the pay. Okay? So the likelihood is you'll sell rainbows as well. If you're interested in joining our team, okay, there's an application, you can fill it out. If so, here's what we do. We get you set up our training. You watch some videos, you take some notes, you send them in to us. We send you our master notes. Then we invite you to come on rides and practice what you're learning. It takes about 3 weeks, okay? Once you get through our training, we give you all the equipment. You let us know when you're available. We put you out on shows, and you start making money. Do you guys have any questions about the opportunity or joining our team? Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to talk to us, individually too, about those. We're happy to answer those for you guys. Any other questions about anything about the program, about your rainbow, gifts?
Oh, yeah. Does Karina have that one piece that the toys sell on?
Oh, you need one of those?
Yeah.
Let's see if she's got it. If not, I'll just give you one.
Back of my car or something.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yep, but let's make sure. Yep, the tool caddy. All right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. I hope you got some nice gifts. You got some motivation. You got some knowledge about how all this stuff works. Okay. And do me a favor and give that one to your kiddos. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Awesome. Thanks for coming in, guys.